Hello, everybody. Welcome to the first episode of what I'm going to call How I Taught My Computer. And today, we're going to be talking about how I taught my computer to play Tetris. Let's get right into it. If you didn't notice, we have a pretty cool setup here. This pineapple that changes color. And this beautiful new Yeti microphone, which is pretty sick. And I got it for my birthday, and today's my birthday. Woo! Birthday time. Anyways, let's get into the coding. So the first thing I had to do was literally recreate the game, which was pretty tough. And let me tell you, I played Tetris as a child literally every time I opened my computer. It was like an addiction for me, like a real addiction. And I would also play it in school on unblocked cool math games or use the cached website or something. I'd also play it at home. Played on Facebook during class to try to beat my classmates' records on Tetris. I was a beast in Tetris. But you know what could be even better than me at Tetris? My computer. Yeah, baby. The Surface Pro. So I recreated the game using simple Python GUI and a couple libraries like this. So after trial and error, I finally got the Tetris game to work, and it was pretty good. I mean, you could play with controls. It was a little buggy. It was kind of a piece of shit. But, you know, I'm not the best Python programmer in the world, so I did get Tetris to work. The next part was thinking about how I was going to make the Tetris model actually be able to play itself and play on its own, and then make my computer be able to understand how to improve its score over time. So I decided to use one of my favorite machine learning algorithm subsets, which is called reinforcement learning. Let me explain what reinforcement learning is briefly so you can understand a little bit about it and how it's going to play into our solution. So essentially, reinforcement learning is like a child learning to walk. Basically what it would be is if a child is learning to walk and the child falls down, its parents pick it back up and say, go ahead, go again. And if it stands upright and is able to walk, the parents will give the child a reward. So the whole idea here is to have the machine learning algorithm perform in random states, random environments, and when it performs a certain action, assign it a reward when it's positive, and when it performs a negative action, give it a negative reward. So it understands which states are advantageous, so what type of action it needs to perform in certain environments, and whether these actions are advantageous or not. And then a subset of reinforcement learning that we need to take a look at is Q-learning. And so basically what Q-learning does is it takes the state of the environment and corresponds it to the action and its reward. So we use something called a Q table, which looks like this. And so you can see the state and the environment corresponds to a certain action, and then that leads to either a negative or a positive reward. And basically what we do here is we use either linear regression or deep learning models such as a neural network. And if you don't know anything about neural networks and are curious, make sure to check out this video that's going to be up top here, recommended. Pretty good video about neural networks, but I digress. We use neural networks to be able to correspond what environment does the agent need to be to generate the most positive rewards most frequently so that it can be able to perform advantageous actions as much as possible. So that's how reinforcement learning plays with deep Q learning, to be able to understand how the system works, and is going to be able to understand how the computer might be able to play the game that we're trying to build. So now it's time to build the neural network model, the deep Q learning model with the reinforcement learning, tie that into our initial Tetris game, and tie everything together. And again, I got error upon error upon error upon error upon error. But I did not give up. I stayed up long hours at night to try to figure this out. And I finally did. And this is what I got. Ugh. Still not so good, right? It's okay. We're going to do some tweaking to the model, tweak some of the parameters, and then I think we have a finished game. Cue the music. So, pretty good, right? The model was able to learn how to play Tetris, but it's kind of slow, so let's boost up the speed. There we go. Way better, way better. So you see, we're able to use reinforcement learning and artificial intelligence techniques like deep learning, neural networks, linear regression, to be able to teach my computer how to play Tetris. If you liked the video, make sure to subscribe down below. I hope you guys liked the video. I hope you want to see more content like this, because we will be hitting you with a how I taught my computer every single week during quarantine, and once quarantine is over, hopefully it'll be over soon. But for now, that's it. Peace.